Hi, friends. Thought I'd pop on with a live, and knowing me, takes me a minute to make sure everything's working. How's everyone doing? It's kind of a nice day out. Bright. I see a little bit of blue. Not bad. Okay, oops. I do the same weird thing every time. See a little bit of blue. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to try and move this. Better. Okay, that light. Let's see if we need that light. Okay, I think that's good enough for today. So I wanted to jump on and talk about the sale that's going on, but mainly I wanted to show you this perfect box, and I wanted to make one together. So the box will fit cards and envelopes for like a gift. Let's see. Uh-oh, things are falling. So this is an envelope card. So you could make a set of cards or just keep your cards together with some envelopes. Perfect. I love this one. I found it from Paper Pixie, and so I'll share with you um, the instructions on that as well. So before we go further, I wanted to just make sure you guys know about the seasonal sale. Started yesterday and is going through tomorrow. And it's from the annual catalog. You're going to save 20% off of bundles, so like stamps and dies, stamps and punches. And this is just with the annual catalog, so not with the Christmas mini catalog or anything. 20% off the designer series paper in the annual catalog, 10% off of cardstock, and 10% off of inks, ink pads and refills. It also includes the Stampin' Blends, which are these, the alcohol markers. And I believe also the regular markers. So that's kind of fun. I just placed an order yesterday. I didn't have, I needed some of the Stampin' Blends, so I ordered those. And the ink refills I needed, as well as some cardstock. I also discovered that the cardstock, the assorted bundles are also on sale. And so if you look at the box I make today, excuse me, and think, oh, I wouldn't mind making that. So Stampin' Up! Has their colors in families. And so this is the Brights here. These are the Regals. Regals are what I'm going to be using today. So you can order packs of colors of the cardstock individually. And you get 24 sheets. It's normally $11.50, but it's 10% off now. But also the assortment, which you get 2 sheets of each of the 10 colors. So it's not as many sheets, but it gives you an idea of the colors. That's also 10% off. So kind of fun. And that's just happening through tomorrow. So if you have a little bug to try some of this stuff, now might be the time. So I do have a host code, which is here, and I will put it up. I'll keep it visible. And that's a U. I was struggling. So if you use the host code, any size of order, and I'll send you a little something for placing an order. If your order is $150 or above, don't use this host code because you'll be getting your own rewards. So just a note there, and please let me know if you have any questions. But I will put that up for now, and let's get into the box. So I'm going to make the red and green box. And what I have on the front here, let me find it in the catalog, the name of it. So this is called A Little Bit Festive, this set. And it has, let's see, 6 sheets of paper. They're 12 by 12. So you get 1 each of the double side designs, 12 by 12, and 1 each of die cut designs. And I have been wondering what to do with all those little die cuts. So what I ended up doing, I actually cut all that paper up as well. Yeah. So they're all in a kind of a usable size for me. And these are front and back patterned. Just really fun. But all these little die cuts, and then some of the insides I thought I could use. They're all in my cute little box here, all together. So when I start creating tags or cards, here they are. I just love having it all together and not in a baggie, or I don't know. I thought this was kind of fun. And then I decorated the front. So this is, again, a little bit festive specialty designer series paper. This one's not on sale because it's not in the annual catalog, just so you know. And so this one that I made, a few months ago, I made this box to hold this other set, all these little goodies. And I found this box somewhere online on YouTube. And so I thought, well, I want to do it for the Christmas one. And that's when I went back, and then I found this perfect box for me. that we're going to craft today. So this set, this paper, if you're interested, is the Frames and Flowers Specialty Designer Series paper. And it has the one sheet each of the patterned two-sided paper and one sheet each of the die cuts. And the die cuts are what I have all in here. I am wondering if this one's on sale. It might not be because it's specialty, but I'm gonna take a peek here. Let's see, item number 163765. Turn. It is on sale. So it is $8 instead of $10. Cool. So that's kind of exciting. I think the colors in this are so pretty. And the box I made with the green, the Lost Lagoon, and this is a kind of a peachy, they call it petal pink, but it's kind of a peachy color. All right, so there's that. Okay, on to the box. So this is the box, and let me know. I can email you the link to this, or I could mail you a copy. So just let me know in the comments if you're interested. So this is from the Paper Pixie. It's an A2 card gift box. So the A2 size, at least in America, are the cards that we make by cutting an 8.5 by 11 sheet in half and then folding it over. That's that size. So this is actually from a few years ago, 2020. She had made this here. So there's also a tutorial on YouTube, which is what I followed at first. Okay. So the top and bottom will be very similar, but they're sized a little bit different, which gives you the one that fits over the top. And then this has a nice double edge to it. So there's room for that. And there's a few different little tricks that I've discovered along the way that I will talk about as we're doing this. Okay. So the box base is going to be 8.5 by 9 7/8. So this is already 8.5 on that side. And then I'll cut it at 9 7/8. Almost 10, but not quite. Cut that off. Taking a peek to see if there's anyone here. Say hi if you're here. I think it's just me, myself, and I, which is great. And you can always watch it on the repeat or over on my YouTube channel. So the box lid is 7 1/16 plus a little bit more. And the other one by 8 and 7/16 plus a little bit more. And I want to tell you, I forgot to do the plus in my red and green box, and it is a little bit snug, but it works. Um, it was a little bit hard at first. I'm thinking that if you do 2/16, it's going to be a little bit too loose, which is why she has told us to do it this way. So 8 and 7/16, so that's almost 8.5, but not. So I'm going to do 8 and 7/16 plus, kind of in between, and that is just cutting a tiny bit off. And 7 and 1/16 plus, just trying to maybe like a 32nd more, something like that. All right, that away. So now I always forget about this tool. This is the Simply Scored tool. For making boxes, this is perfect. I usually score with my the paper trimmer that I just had out. But this one, it has all these little score marks, has the ruler and then grooves for each mark. And then they have these little markers, so you know exactly where to go. So for the box base, I'm going to be scoring at 1 inch and 2 inches on all sides. And so I already have this set up 1 and 2. So you just follow it down in the groove. And I like to do it twice with this cardstock because it's fairly thick. When I first started using this, it was harder to keep it in the groove. And even now, every once in a while, it'll jump. But if you just kind of relax into it, it just seems to go. I'm trying to relax. Relax, relax. But this is so much easier than, doing it on the paper trimmer when you have so many that are going to be the same. Okay, so all around on that one. Now the box lid is going to be scored at 5/8 of an inch. So 5/8 and 1 1 1/4. Hopefully that's correct. So same thing with this one. Who has Thanksgiving plans? We are going to my in-laws over in Concrete um, for Thanksgiving. Oops. Oh, see, I went off a little bit on that one. I guess I can't talk and do this at the same time. It's like if you don't press quite hard enough, it kind of strays. Anyway, we're doing a potluck, so we're going to do the green bean casserole and I don't know, maybe a dessert. We'll see. So that should be pretty easy. And once again, it'll be fine. It'll be hidden. But do that over a little bit. Okay, that's done. So now you want to fold it and burnish the edges. This bone folder is a nice tool to use for that. I'll do clickety-clack on this glass mat. I love this glass mat though. Last side. If I was smart, I would have had a few of these like in stages so that I could show you. Well, let's go ahead and do this other. But I don't. It's the kind of thing that if I was going to go ahead and do the live, I just needed to do it and not make things perfect. I think that's a good way of thinking for almost everything. Just go ahead and start. All right, so that's all burnished. All right, we're going to be cutting some of this away. Grab my scissors. So each one, they're actually saying the same thing. They're just it's a little bit wider on the base and a little bit narrower for the box top. But we are going to be, and for some reason, I like looking at it landscape. I don't know why. Wait, anyway, maybe I don't. I'm confusing myself. So what you want to do, I think I was doing it the other direction, and I don't know that it matters where these little tabs are. But let's follow her lead on this one. And so basically, this shaded portion you're going to be cutting out. The way to do that is I have it in the portrait version. you'll cut it up like the two squares, a flap of the two squares. And you could go ahead and do it on this side too. Okay, and so you're going to cut so that there's only this one square left. So you cut off these two and this one. But then anything that you fold inwards, you want to miter the sides so it just fits better. So like this is going to be folding inwards. So you just cut it just a little bit, and then, sort of like in sewing. If anyone's a sewer, when you're turning seams and stuff, you want to get rid of some of the bulk. So just a little bit. So those then are angled in like that. Leave that here. You could take a picture, or like I say, maybe I'll put that over there. Continue. Just shoot me a message or comment down below, and I can mail this to you, or email it. I'm just really tickled to have found this, because I'm thinking that not only can I use it to store stuff, but I can use it for some gift boxes, to give some cards as gifts. All right, there's that. Okay, now on the other side, I don't know if I'm on camera. Not very well. Cut the strips. I was thinking about making a template out of just white cardstock or some extra cardstock, but she has such a nice picture here, though it's not exactly to scale, but I thought, well, she's done the work here. Okay, and then miter on this side. All right, that is done. Well, and let me show you how to put the box together, and then we'll do the top one. but it's exactly the same way. So if you don't want to stick around for the exciting conclusion, I understand. So what you want to do is get, you could use just some white glue would be fine, but I'm using the tear tape to um, hold this down without it being too goopy. Stampin' Up! Has this really great, it's called tear and tape adhesive, and it's a two-sided tape basically. Um, but it's in a roll, and then you can easily just tear as much as you need. Um, the double stick tape would work too. It's a little bit wider, but it would work in this situation. So, whichever you'd like to do. And I just think that the white glue could be messy, but probably be okay. Um, so then you take off. It's a little bit easier if you take this off before you assemble the box. Sometimes the end gets like it's not quite stuck down to the paper, and then it wants to come off with the plastic. All right, so there we go. So we are going to use some of the white glue on these little edges here. So what you'll do, any type of liquid glue, but you'll do that, and then you'll bring it together so that these corners meet, and then just hold it for a few seconds so it's a nice, pretty good corner in there. So I'm going to do this other side. Bring that up together. And the wet glue for this gives you a little bit of wiggle room if you don't have it quite right. There. Now the other side. You don't want to fold down where the double stick tape is yet. Just doing these corners. The other box I did didn't have the fold over for the edges, and so it's flimsier. So this really makes a nice sturdy box that I think will be really nice for a gift or just for my own use. All right, last corner. Okay, and then just fold over your double stick tape is all ready to go. Nice and easy. And then go ahead and burnish that edge, make a nice crisp edge. And you could do this with the designer series paper, and it would be really pretty. Um, it isn't as thick, so you do want to just be careful. You could even put designer series paper over the cardstock, um, and that would be real sturdy. But all right, so we'll do the exact same thing to the lid, and if I measured properly, the lid will fit on, be snug, but not too snug. So if you have to pop off, um, I guess now is a good time. Remember the host code for November to get a little gift. And remember that the seasonal sale is happening through tomorrow. So, but so exciting. I hope that you will stay with me here till the very end. Trying to decide what I'm going to do for my Christmas cards, and I think that this set is going to be a way to do some fun cards really quickly. I was looking on Pinterest and I had put in the name of this paper set, and all sorts of things came up. People are so talented, so creative. Um, so I think a lot of them I'm going to do that way. If you would like a Christmas card from me, and if you haven't gotten one from me before, go ahead and make a comment because I'd love to send you a card. Happy mail is so fun. Any time of the year, but especially around Christmas. I think it's fun. All right, so now to miter, what's going to be folding in. My daughter has been asking me uh, for some cards, just an assortment of cards that she'd be able to send out. So thinking that this would be fun, and maybe with this other set. Um, so like an everyday, birthday, hello, get well types of things. She and a friend came up this past year and we did kits together. Stampin' Up! Has so many super cute kits, and they really had a fun time um, doing that. And they really felt accomplished afterwards. They were excited um, to have made something on their own. So that was a fun day. All right. All four sides cut. And do the tear tape. actually, well, there's no comments, so I think that I am just alone here. I forget where it says if, uh, I think by the live it'll say, there's a little thing that says live. I think it'll tell me if there's anyone there. I've had thoughts of doing like a weekly live, and just haven't thought of a time yet, but I'll try and pop on here and there. Let's start with that. Okay, there's that. We'll take this off. Nice thing about this stuff, if it goes over a little bit, you can just kind of fold it in. It's just like an adhesive film, sort of like tape without that plastic bit. And it's a little bit stickier than um, the Stamp and Seal. So this tape runner that we have, um, could use that too. And there's one Stamp and Seal Plus um, that actually is real similar to this tear and tape. Um, I think having this, the option of having it sticky or not, is what's nice about this. Even though we're making it all sticky, um, if I were to go and like do some for a class, get them all ready, um, then that stickiness wouldn't be there, but the tape would be ready to go. Okay, so now for the liquid glue on these corner flaps. Just making that even and pressing, make sure that it's holding. If you wanted to make some Christmas cards for someone, this would be a nice way to give them to the person, and then they would have a place to keep any extras. I don't think I folded these like I did the other one. Well, it seems to work okay. But I am noticing that it's not quite there. Most of card making and paper crafting is fairly forgiving, so carry on and it will be fine. Okay, so now corners are sealed. Time to fold the edges over. And I did, I don't know if you can see, but the glue seeps out sometimes on those little glues, the tabs that are glued. And this will just cover that over really nicely. So yay. Okay, and we will burnish these edges. There we go. Okay, moment of truth. Oops. There's the bottom. Here's the top. Perfect. So remembering to do the little bit extra, the 16th plus, is enough for it to go on easily, but it stays. It holds well. Love it. All right, thanks so much for crafting with me today. This one went a little bit longer, but I was excited to show you guys this really cute box, and I can't wait to use it for some gifts and for some other things if I have little pieces that I like to keep together. I just think a box is so fun. I'll quickly show you one other box that I had made a couple of years ago, I think. So this one was a summer set, and it had all sorts of little shells and crabs. So I had all these made up, and I needed a place to put them. And so this box is not as nice as this new box that I found, but I did a designer series paper on the top for some color, and then this other one. Anyway, that was sort of my first idea of the box holding things a couple years ago. So, hope you guys had fun. Comment or shoot me a message if you'd like to learn to get the directions for the box. Remember the host code if you want to place an order in November and get in on the sale that's going on, and that's just until through tomorrow is all. All right. Thanks so much for spending time with me. Talk to you later.